President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi asserted Egypt's keen interest in integrating the intellectual property subjects into its national objectives amid the state's belief that knowledge, innovation, and scientific research are a key pillar for achieving economic development. The President made his remarks at a meeting with the Director General of the World Intellectual Property Organization, Darren Tang, in attendance of Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research Mohammed Ayman Ashur. Tang expressed appreciation for Egypt's efforts in collaborating with the Organization for Protecting the Intellectual Property and supporting young creators, being embodied in the recent launch of the National Strategy for Intellectual Property under umbrella of Egypt's Developmental Agenda 2030. He hailed Egypt as being a role model in the field of Middle East under leadership of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, which led the country into unprecedented developmental achievements in all fields. Within the framework of preparations for the upcoming academic year, President el-Sisi reviewed the state's strategic vision for developing higher education. This came during the President's meeting with Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research Mohammed Ayman Ashur. And under the auspices of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, the 52nd round of the Arab Information Ministers' Council kicks off in Cairo on Thursday. Chaired by head of the Supreme Council for Media Regulation, Karam Gabr, Egypt received chairmanship of 52nd round of the council from Sudan. Addressing the council, head of the Supreme Council for Media Regulation, Karam Gabr, said that a new phase starts in the Arab media joint work, stressing that Egypt will always support Arab issues. He pointed out to the great role of media in Arab societies, especially in forming the awareness of peoples, adding that the Council discussed the role of media in combating terrorism and extremism. Gabr also reiterated that the situation needs innovative ideas and developing Arab media mechanisms. The Council's agenda includes a number of files, topping as the continuing Arab media support to the Palestinian cause, focusing on the occupied Jerusalem. This in addition to activating the objectives of the Arab media strategy in dealing with crises and catastrophes in light of national experiences during the coronavirus pandemic. And Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry highlighted Egypt's stance calling for a diplomatic solution to the Ukrainian crisis through dialogue, considering negative repercussions on global economy. This came during a meeting between Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry and his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov on the sidelines of the UN Security Council meetings in New York. The two foreign ministers discussed developments of the Ukrainian crisis in addition to a number of regional and international issues of mutual concern as the Palestinian cause and situation in Syria, Libya, and Iraq. The Ministry of Interior's anti-drug department continued their efforts to combat crimes in all forms, especially crimes of drug trafficking. The General Administration for Narcotics Control raided a hideout for manufacturing chemical products and narcotics owned by a gang that was specialized in marketing drugs. The confiscated narcotics valued at £12 million. Security forces also arrested a criminal element who attempted to bring big amounts of hashish and hydro from East Suez Canal to West.